Yes. Once again, it is time for Funko News. Bringing it to you a little bit earlier this week, and that's really for personal reasons because I am in an online master's program and I got some adulting to do. I got to do some coursework, so I want to go ahead and get the Funko News video up. Since I am putting it up early, if I miss any announcements that come up here at the end of the week, whether it be this evening or during Saturday, usually nothing appears on Sunday. That's very rare. But if I miss anything over the weekend, then I will share it in the next edition of Funko News. As a matter of fact, I am considering taking Funko News to a twice weekly show. And the reason why is because, for one, I want to kind of get the time down on these videos because I want to respect your time. I mean, some people like the long format and there are some people that prefer shorter videos. So yeah, it would get the time down. And then also that news that drops at the beginning of the week, I could get it to you sooner, so yeah, let me know what you think about that, me taking as opposed to a Saturday video or late Friday video. Let me know how you feel about me taking it to, let's say, Wednesday and Saturday, and definitely I'll will listen to your feedback, and I'll think on that. I think it could be positive. I know some people do like the long format, but I'm willing to try it out and see how that goes. As always, make sure that you do like the video. That definitely helps the video to get more attention, to help out the community. And do remember, that's really what I'm about with these videos, is helping out the community. I have noticed lately there are a lot more people that are starting to do Funko News. I'll just say this, if it's to help out the community, that's cool. If it's only about views, then I'm really not feeling that so much. And also, for anybody that is like trying to emulate the way that I do it, I don't think that's cool. I think any YouTuber, different YouTubers are going to do the same type of material, but I think everybody should approach it in their own way. So yeah, when I see somebody trying to do something exactly how I do it, that's not so cool. But it is what it is. Some people are just going to be unoriginal. But yeah, let me get away from any negativity. I want to keep things positive, and big thanks to you all for keeping my comment section, I would say, at least 95% positive. For anybody that doesn't like the way that I do the news, there are other sources out there. You don't have to stick to my channel. That's fine if you want to get your news elsewhere, but I'm doing this to help the community. So like I just said, if you don't like the way I do it, definitely check out some other channels or some other online sources. You can find the information elsewhere. But yeah, enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the news here for the week of June 17th, 2017. Now, starting off here, like I always do, with what is available now in stores, the Blue Venom Hot Topic exclusive is starting to appear mainly on the West Coast. And remember what I've said recently, people, don't freak out if you're a Hot Topic or whatever store it may be doesn't get an exclusive right away. Remember that, the way pops are distributed, it normally starts off on the West Coast and then works its way across the country. So just be patient. You don't have to go pay a flipper price online. The Lightning McQueen, the fabulous Lightning McQueen Toys R Us exclusive, should be hitting stores right now. I didn't see it available on their website, but it should be hitting stores right now. I know a lot of people have been finding that Spider-Man homemade suit with him unmasked, the Walmart exclusive. Haven't seen it in my area, but it seems like my Walmarts are kind of scaling back on Funko. But yeah, some of you may be able to find that one. The blood splattered Xenomorph, which is definitely on my to get list. The GameStop exclusive is starting to appear in some GameStop stores. And also the Tokyo Ghoul Dorbz figures are showing up as well. And do remember, there is a limited figure, and then there's also a GameStop exclusive there, which is also limited. So yeah, if you want to get those, keep on checking your GameStops, because I think those probably will sell out eventually. Now, the big item here on the right side of the screen, the Darth Vader with TIE Fighter, which they're not calling it a pop ride, they're calling it a pop deluxe. This is a Target exclusive again, and I didn't know the price point before. You see it there at $27.99, which for that design, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Star Wars fans, you make up your own mind on that, but just do know that this one is starting to show up, and you definitely want to, if you're interested, you definitely got to be on the hunt to find that, because I got a feeling that one will go and just be gone, you know. So yeah, definitely be vigilant with that one. And then another figure I know you all are really concerned about. Yes, Justin Bieber is showing up in the wild. So calm down, people. Justin Bieber is showing up. So if you want him, be on the lookout. If he hasn't shown up yet in your area, just be patient. Moving on here with some more figures that are available now, and these in particular, you can get them online if you prefer, and I will put links down in the description. Balloon Boy, the Walmart exclusive. Then there's Oram with the Facehugger, the Hot Topic exclusive. With the Star Wars Rebels figures, 7th Sister and 5th Brother are still listed on Walmart's site at the time of this recording. The Inquisitor was listed, but apparently he sold out because I don't see him anywhere on their site now. But you can check for him, you know, and see if he's showing back up. Also, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black still available on Hot Topic's website. And, you know, I told people to be patient on that one. It seems like there is plenty of him available now if you're interested. And then Marie from Aristocats, the Hot Topic exclusive, is showing up in stores, and then, like I said, also available online. So remember, I will put these links down in the description to make it easy for you if you prefer to get these online. From the Funko shop this week, they're very much focusing on Freddy Funko because it is his birthday, basically. So they had a set of Freddy Funko Pint-Sized Heroes. To me, that price point, I think it's $25 plus shipping for some Pint-Sized Heroes. That didn't really sit well with me. And I'm also kind of curious, two of these designs I have not seen before at Freddy Funko. Now, the Freddy Funko ice cream vendor, they did him as a Dorbz ride, so that's not completely new. The two on the end, just the regular Freddy Funko and then superhero Freddy Funko, those have been done as pops before, but I don't recall seeing Freddy Funko with the as a clown or as a knight. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do either of those as a pop figure. You know, time will tell. And they've already done a Hikari this recently. They did the Dorbz ride. They got these pint-sized heroes now, so I'm really wondering if there is a new Freddy Funko Pop on the way, other than the one. I know there's one on the way for people that did help to vote and to make Funko the Toy of the Year. So I know those people will get a specific Freddy Funko, but I mean, I'm wondering if there's going to be a new birthday related Freddy Funko as well. Now, you see the prize pack up there in the left-hand corner. If you're interested in that, what you have to do is make a video basically wishing Freddy Funko happy birthday, and you have to do that by June 23rd. So basically, you got about a week on that, and then you have to link it to you see that link there for Funko to basically let them know about the video. So that's just if you're interested in trying to win that prize pack there. So something else that is going on the Funko blog, they have a countdown going on. Of course, this countdown you see right there is not accurate because I did screen cap this a while before I started filming this video. But they're basically doing some original figures, and this is not new to them because they've done the spastic plastic figures before. Actually, that's kind of how they started out. So yeah, they're getting back to some original designs, and it's going to be called Wetmore Forest Pop Monsters. And the particular character you see here, the name appears to be Tumblebee. Okay, so I don't know if that's a temporary name or if that name is going to stick, but the name does make sense based off of his design. So we'll see what happens with that. Just a couple of days away from us finding out more about these Wetmore Forest Pop Monsters figures. The Hikari of the week. We got another Kylo Ren here. This one being called the Alchemy Kylo Ren Hikari. Now, Funko says that it's available now. Where it's available now, I honestly don't know. On Entertainment Earth's website, they have it listed for a July release. So yeah, maybe there are some stores that actually do carry Hikari on a regular basis, but if you want it online, the only spot that I know of is Entertainment Earth, and like I said, they have it for a July release. And by the way, limited to just 300 pieces. Now, speaking of Star Wars here, and we're going to go ahead and get into the Fdcpa exclusives, just updating you on these. It appears that all of the Star Wars figures, which was wave 1 for Fdcpa this year, it appears that they all will be shared exclusives. Now, I'm saying all of this tentatively because Funko is going to officially announce, and I think they're aiming for the 19th maybe, to actually let us know when or what is going to be shared with stores. So just be on the lookout for that. It should be just a couple of days away. They will let us know 100% for sure what is going to be shared. So right now I'm saying this tentatively, and I'm just basing this off of what figures are numbered, as in a limited number of pieces, and which aren't. If it isn't limited by number, then that means that it should be a shared exclusive. So again, it looks like all the Star Wars ones will be shared exclusives with different stores and online retailers. Okay, so remember I said this previously. I think I covered this in the last Funko News. Wave 2, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. The only one that appears to be shared is Nega Scott. Still kind of an odd decision to me, but I mean, it is what it is. That's what it looks like right now, that Nega Scott will be the only one as a shared exclusive. Next up here, the very disappointing, in my opinion, Marvel Wave, which was Wave 3. It looks like all of these will be shared exclusives as well. And if you didn't catch the last Funko News, like I said, I'm just disappointed by how much of this is basically reused materials, basically, you know, repaints and head swaps, whatever you want to call it. Like, I just feel like there's not enough originality within this wave other than the Gwenpool rock candy, which is, you know, 100% new. And then getting into what was announced this week, Wave 4 cartoons, pretty solid wave overall. They have the Baxter Stockman, which I really do like the design of Baxter Stockman. They have a flocked cat dog, which the timing on that, I do feel kind of bad for people that just bought cat dog, the common one, and now the flock one is out, because obviously to me I think the flock one's better. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, like I said, that kind of sucks for people that just bought cat dog. And then South Park, they have Mint Berry Crunch and the Coon, of course, from the Coon and Friends episodes. You know, and also the game as well. But these figures here, yeah, I'm not crazy about South Park figures designs as far as the way that Funko is handling them. Although I still do want to get Goth Stan when he makes his way to Hot Topic. And then this here was a heartbreaker for me. I was so pumped when I first saw this, but it turns out that the Happy Joy Ren and Stimpy is limited number, which does make it seem like it's only going to be available at the convention. So yeah, definitely a heartbreaker. But you know, like I always say about collecting, you cannot have it all. So it is what it is, you know, and you know, congratulations to anybody that does get their hands on that. Now, Wave 5, my favorite wave by far, DC. I think they really did a great job with DC. Ares, starting off with Ares, of course, from the Wonder Woman movie, which I hope everybody has seen by now. Really good movie. One thing I really like about this figure is that they kind of blacked out the face, because, I mean, nothing against the actor in the movie, but he just did not fit as Ares to me. Actually, in the outfit, I thought he looked very awkward when they showed his face. So I like that they blacked out the face on the Pop figure. I think that was a smart move. Would have been even cooler if he actually had a weapon, some sort of weapon. But I guess that comes from me playing Injustice and being used to seeing Ares throwing around axes and swords and everything. But still, pretty solid looking figure. They got the Wonder Twins there as well. Of course, it's a 3-pack because they do have their little monkey friend along with them. Right now, and this seems to be just a rumor, but it could be pretty solid. But I don't know, Funko does make last minute changes. But it seems like this could possibly be an FYE exclusive, which if that holds true, then that one maybe won't be so difficult for people to pick up. Also with Wonder Woman, they have a Dorbz 2-pack. They have Wonder Woman dressed as she would be dressed on Themyscira, the island. And then they have Ares as well. It's not exactly movie accurate to put those two together, but they are two Dorbz that haven't been released before. So, there is that, of course. They have the Interplanetary Batman. I would say pretty cool looking figure. Maybe not one that I'm clamoring for, but, cool design overall. And that is, of course, based off of one of the designs from the comics. And then they have Aquaman. And the only really difference with this Aquaman is that he is holding a mother box, which may figure into the plot somehow of Justice League. We'll see there. But to me, I don't think that's different enough from the Aquaman that's already been revealed for the movie. So I just don't see the need to get it personally. That's just me. Now, continuing with the DC wave, these are the figures I'm really pumped for, and I really hope that I can get Now, the blue chrome Batman, I know that's going to be tough because it is a Toy Tokyo exclusive. I know there's an actual Toy Tokyo store in New York. I don't know where other locations are, so that means, of course, I would have to go online, and I've never had good luck with Toy Tokyo. So, I mean, as far as trying to get something that's rare there, so yeah, that's gonna be tough to get a hold of. And by the way, some people, when we saw the first rough image of that blue chrome Batman, thought it might be related to the old NES game. That doesn't appear to be the case. Regardless, though, I think it is a great looking figure. Man Bat, I think they did a good job with that design. I was kind of wondering how they might handle the wings if they ever did that figure. And they just have his wings kind of going backwards on his arms, which actually does make sense because when he is relaxed, that is actually the way that he looks. So good job on that design there. They have the Bat, or I should say Joker imposter Batman, which this really leads me to believe that this must have been a deleted scene or a deleted idea from the Suicide Squad, because other toy companies have done this Joker as well. In fact, you see there on the right hand side, Hot Toys did a Joker as Batman figure as well. So yeah, I really feel like that must have been something that was scrapped from the Suicide Squad movie. Just a theory. And then Bruce Wayne from the Justice League, kind of a simple pop, but I do like that he is holding a Batarang as well, which is already a callback to a scene in the movie which we've seen in the trailer from the very first teaser. So yeah, kind of simple, but I actually would like to get that one as well. So these are the ones I'm most excited for when it comes to the DC wave. Next up here, these will not be shared from the DC wave because they are numbered. So there's the old school Nightwing and the old school Deathstroke. I kind of wonder if their decision to make this numbered and limited has something to do with, I would say, the poor sales of the Green Arrow, Black Canary, Dorbz 2-pack. And I'm assuming that is poor sales because those things are everywhere in my area. Both Toys R Us's that are in my area have a bunch of them just sitting there. Yeah, so I don't think it did very well, so maybe that's why they decided to limit this one. And then the Batman action figure with the Batmobile, which has that very unique color scheme, which actually does have some basis from the comics. That one, like I said, also doesn't appear like it's going to be shared. Moving on to the wave that was just announced, Wave 6, television wave here. Some really interesting choices here. So from Twin Peaks, they have the Black Lodge Cooper and the Black Lodge Laura. I get the reference only because I have watched a breakdown of Twin Peaks, like a synopsis of the series. Haven't actually watched the series itself, though. Seems a little bit too out there for me. David Lynch, I'm not the biggest fan. I think his storytelling is just a little too out there, like I said, for me. T-Dog from The Walking Dead, that's out of nowhere. That's surprising. At least he is well designed and they did get the shape of his head right, but that's still kind of out of left field in my opinion. The Tick, I used to be a fan of the Tick. I liked the cartoon series back in the day and the first live action TV series with Patrick Warburton. The new series though is going to be on an Amazon Prime series, I think, and I'm not really into the Tick anymore. I think that is a well-designed figure. Definitely cool that it's glow in the dark. And that's one of those figures where I say I'm really not interested, but who knows, if I come across it in a store, I might end up picking it up. I mean, we'll see. And I am kind of a sucker for glow in the dark. Moving down to the left-hand side here for Mr. Robot, Elliott, masked. I said this previously. I'm surprised they didn't make this a chase figure, but making it an SDCC exclusive does make sense. Clara from Doctor Who, I really can't say much about it. Not a fan of that series. And then from Stranger Things, they had Mr. Clark, which is a surprising choice. I think, there may have been other characters from the series that haven't been made yet that they could have made. Like, I don't think they made a pop of the Sheriff. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong on that, but the Sheriff was actually my favorite character in the series, and I really don't think they made a pop of him. Like I said, somebody let me know if I'm wrong on that. So Mr. Clark is kind of an odd choice, but I do like that they gave him the paper plate that he used to break down his theory on the Upside Down. So at least he has that nice detail. And then I think they did a good job with the design of Steve. I mean, he's definitely in that battle mode to battle the Demogorgon. He has the Demogorgon smasher in hand and everything. So I think they did a pretty good job with Steve's design. And he was a cool character overall as well. So moving into some other figures here, out of STCC, focusing on some other things here. Furry and Fierce, I actually shared this with you all before. The only reason I'm sharing it again is because I just wanted to give an update. For one thing, it does appear that this will be available for sale at Build-A-Bear as well. And then also have a firm release date here, July 13th. Now, it appears that some of these figures actually got out into the wild early, and I guess the heads of Hot Topic basically had to sort of chastise some stores and remind them, do not put these out yet. So yeah, July 13th is the actual street date release. Now, also here from Hot Topic, Clark Kent, the Dorbz figure, is limited to 3,500 pieces, and it should be available online June 21st. I'm assuming the evening of the 21st. With this one, I like the pop figure a lot more. I was given the pop figure as a birthday gift. I think the pop figure is good to go. So we'll see how this Dorbz does, if it's one of those that sells out quickly or if it takes a little while to go. And, definitely in the comments, let me know how interested you are in this particular figure. Now, these rock candy figures, I think, are pretty well designed. We have Alice, of course, from Alice in Wonderland. I think they did a great job with her. Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles, something about the design seems a little bit off to me, but overall, I do like her. I like the way that they designed her, and I like the character, and I'm definitely hyped for finally getting Incredibles 2, which should be out next year. So these rock candy figures are up for an August release. Now we have a flocked Snagglepuss on the way, which I really think I would want to get this one. I've seen both of the other ones, the common and the chase. Of course, I saw both because they were prizes in my last giveaway. And I really do like them, but I felt like, I don't know, like something was missing. And I think this is what it is, that it should be flocked. So this figure is going to be a Gemini exclusive. I'm assuming Gemini Collectibles exclusive. So yeah, I really would like to try to get my hands on this one. As far as a release date, nothing has been confirmed just yet. Bob Ross from The Joy of Painting. This goes way back, PBS. I do vaguely remember seeing just a little bit of his series. I don't know if I ever sat and watched like a full episode, but just a very positive person. Very fun to watch him paint. Definitely a very talented painter. He loved to do nature scenes and everything, and people would kind of tease him about this happy little tree or whatever. But yeah, I think it's cool that they did this pop. Pretty good likeness overall. I especially like the easel that he's working on. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, Bob Ross is up for an August release. From Rick and Morty, Funko is making a portal gun, which is kind of surprising. That they're getting into some different types of things. And this is up for a November release. Now, it does light up and it does make sounds. So, that's pretty cool. At first, I was like, I don't really see a need to pick this up. But the price point, check it out there, $14.99. That's not bad at all. I mean, for that price, and I'm being a big fan of, being a big fan of the series, maybe that could be worth it. And I could definitely see some people picking this up just to cosplay with as Rick. So Stranger Things, focusing on Stranger Things again, they do have some action figures on the way, and they come in sets of 3. On the left-hand side here, you see that first set comes with 11, Lucas, and Mike. I do like that they have some little, things to go along with them, like 11 has her Agos, and then there's the walkie-talkie, so, just cool little items thrown in there as well. And then the other set comes with Will, Dustin, and the Demogorgon. I do feel like the Demogorgon should maybe be a little bit taller, just my opinion. And these are up for an August release. Now, Parks and Recreation, I've shared the at least the glams of these before, the concept art, but I want to show the actual figures. So in this wave, they do it, and I'm saying wave, I don't know if they'll actually do more of these, but they have Leslie, they got Ron, they got Lil Sebastian, Andy, Dwyer, they got April, and then they actually have Burt Macklin as a Hot Topic exclusive, which I think is pretty cool. If you know the series, then you know what Burt Macklin is all about. There are some characters they didn't make that kind of surprises me. So, like I said, I don't know if they'll do a second wave for Parks and Recreation. It is surprising, though, that certain characters weren't made, especially Tom. I think Tom is the main one missing out of here because, you know, Aziz Ansari, he added a lot of humor to the series. His character was definitely prevalent all throughout, so really surprised they didn't make him. But, you know, we'll see what happens. If these figures do well, they'll make some more. Next up here, Metallica, and I know rock fans are pretty hyped about this, and even people that may not be rock fans but still like Metallica, you know, probably gonna be pretty hyped for these. And I think they have some really cool designs. Definitely like the hair designs on each one. The guitars look excellent, you know. So yeah, I could see these doing pretty well, and I would imagine that people would probably want to get the whole set. So these are up for an August release, and you know, fingers crossed, hopefully Funko will continue to give us more musical artists. Now, usually I don't do this. I've said this before. Normally I like to wait until we actually have images of pop figures, but there have been some figures listed coming from Funko, and these were actually named in interviews as well with the CEO. So, you know, at least some of these. So it seems pretty firm that these figures are on the way, so I'm going to run through some of these because I'm pretty excited about some of these. So Hellboy figures will be on the way, so of course they'll have Hellboy himself, Abe Sapien, and Liz. And then there is one other character on the way that I believe is going to be featured in the upcoming movie, which I don't know if it's going to be considered a complete reboot or how they're going to work that. You know, time will tell. But of course, there is another movie on the way, which I assume is starting off a new series of movies. From The Walking Dead, they are going to do Shiva, Ezekiel's tiger. And I would assume that they got to do Ezekiel too. I think Ezekiel will look pretty awesome as a pop figure. And there are some other characters from recent Walking Dead episodes that and you know, from the recent season that I think deserve pop figures as well. But yeah, so Shiva's on the way. Like I said, I'm just assuming that Ezekiel would have to be on the way too. It'd be amazing to me if they didn't make him. They're going to do Marvel versus Capcom 2-packs of figures. Now I was talking about this with a friend, and I kind of came to the realization, he kind of helped me realize that a lot of the characters from Marvel vs. Capcom have already been made in the pop figures. So I really hope that they take the time to be original with the designs and they don't just give us repaints or head swaps or whatever it may be of pops that already exist. That would be pretty lame. So yeah, with Marvel vs. Capcom, I hope they really do put the work in and give us something interesting. Jumping to the bottom there up under that image, they're going to do a Battle Armor He-Man and a Battle Armor Skeletor, and there will be some other figures as well, including Beastman, which I think should look pretty cool as a pop figure. So yeah, definitely more Masters of the Universe figures on the way. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Disney fans get hyped because they're going to do a new Snow White, a new Evil Queen, and all of the Seven Dwarfs. That is going to be pretty epic. And I'm not, you know, a Disney collector, but for Disney fans, I think that's something to be pretty hyped about. And then from Home Alone, they're actually going to do Kevin and the two robbers. And I forget the robbers' actual name in the movie, but I know they were played by Joe Pesci, and I believe the other actor's name was Daniel Stern. Again, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, those three characters from Home Alone will be made into pop figures as well. And Home Alone is a movie that's endured, so that really does make sense to me that they would get pop figures. So more than this has actually been announced lately, but I think these are the most interesting announcements that have come out. And I'm saying announcements, but remember, there's not even glams of these yet. There's nothing visual to really share from Funko, but these seem pretty solid. They're listed on store sites and stuff. So yeah, these seem pretty legit, and I'm pretty hyped for these that are on the way. Now, the next Marvel Collector Core box is going to focus on the first appearance of the Avengers. So I think it's time for people to start speculating, you know, what could they do there? Maybe we'll get a way old school looking Thor, although I feel like I can't remember if there's a Funko Pop that is kind of an old school looking Thor or not. But if they were to do that, I think that would be cool. I would really hope for like an old school Ant-Man, but I think that's kind of a long shot. You know, I think they probably would go with more popular characters. If they did Iron Man and his Mark I armor, whether it be silver or gold, they probably would go with gold to be true to the comic. I think that would be cool. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things they could do with this box. And like I said, time to speculate, you know, start thinking about what they could do with the first appearance of the Avengers. And also, by the way, an old school Loki I think would be awesome as well. But I know how Funko is. They tend to focus on the heroes more so. So again, kind of a long shot. I am about to get into spoiler territory, so spoiler alert here, people. If you don't want to be spoiled on any of these things here, including the Legion of Collectors, Batman the Animated Series box, the Collector Core box that is about to release Spider-Man Homecoming, and then also the GameStop exclusive Street Fighter 30th Anniversary box. If you do not want to be spoiled on any of these, it is time to leave the video. Don't try to skip ahead to see anything else. I'm telling you, the rest of this video is pretty much spoilers and then me signing off, and that's it. So if you do not want to be spoiled, it is time to leave the video, and thank you for watching up to this point. Okay, so I hope everybody that's still with me doesn't mind spoilers. Let's go ahead and get to it. So I'm pretty hyped that there is going to be a Mr. Freeze pop figure in the Batman the Animated Series box. When I saw Penguin on the cover of the box, I was like, I don't really want a Penguin pop, but I mean, who knows? It could be more than one pop in the box. I don't know. That's been kind of rare with Legion of Collectors. We'll see. But I'm really glad that they did Mr. Freeze. Although, I mean, the obvious design flaw I think jumps out at everybody. Yes, the neck is too slim. It does look a little bit awkward. It almost makes it look like his head isn't quite connected to his body. But I'm so hyped to get a Mr. Freeze figure. I think I can overlook that little flaw. And I do like, of course, that he has the gun with him. The paint job looks like it could be on point. So, yeah, I'm really glad that this is what they went with. And I hope that there are some other cool items in the box as well. And by the way, there is still time to get this box that closes out on July 1st. So, here is the Spider-Man Homecoming box, the contents. Now, we already knew about the pop figure. There is almost no way to avoid what the pop figure would be. Of course, it is Spider-Man with the webbing up under his arm, which does look like it will be functional within the movie. So that's pretty cool. You see the patch and pin there. The patch is the Vulture, and then the pin looks to me like it's basically the Spider-Man symbol that comes out of the device that if you watch the after credit scenes of Civil War, then you saw that symbol before, and it actually does have basis within the comics as well. It does come with a Spider-Man comic, of course, no surprise there, and it does have pop art on the cover. And then you also get a t-shirt. You see the t-shirt there says Midtown School of Science and Technology, so of course that's representing the school that Peter Parker goes to. And then there are two minis. I'm not going to say mystery minis because there's no mystery to them. They have the Shocker and they have the Spider-Man in that kind of classic pose. So yeah, these are the contents of the box. Now, I passed up on this box. I don't regret it. I don't feel like this is a bad box. The value is there, but there's nothing there that I feel like I really need. You all can let me know your opinions about it. And I will say, just be careful of being too spoilerish in the comments for people that are trying to avoid spoilers. But, without saying too much, just kind of let me know your overall thoughts about this box. Anniversary of Street Fighter, like I said, there is going to be a GameStop exclusive box. It comes with a 2-pack. You get Hot Ryu, which this whole Hot Ryu thing, that's so weird to me. But and there actually has been Hot Ryu pop already, but I see it has different coloring going on. Not sure how different, if the mold has any difference to it. And then they have Ken in there as well, the violent Ken. So that's why he has the white hair. It's like he's corrupted by the I forget what you call it, but basically the martial arts that they practice, it can corrupt people if it's taken too far, so that he's been corrupted by it, violent Ken. The pose to me looks like the same pose that was used for the Toys R Us exclusive. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right on that or not, but it does look very familiar though. And then also in this box, there will be 2 pint-sized heroes. You get Chun-Li and Guile, of course, with different coloring from the original pint-sized heroes. And then there's a pocket pop of Akuma. Really tough to see exactly what he looks like in that packaging. And I'm assuming that this hat comes along with it as well, the 30th anniversary hat. So if you're a die-hard Street Fighter fan and a pop collector, to me it seems like it would be worth it. I don't know the price point yet, though. I think that will make it or break it for a lot of people. So If I get an update about what the price will be, I'll definitely let you all know. But this is not up until August. This is up for an August release. Like I said, I get any more details, I will definitely share with you all. So yeah, that's going to do it for Funko News this week. Had a lot to share. Hope I got through it fast enough there. Again, I really want your feedback. How do you feel about me taking Funko News from once a week to twice a week, Wednesday and Saturday? You know, I feel like I want to give that a try and see how it goes. I'm not going to say I'll be able to do that every single week either, because, you know, I do have responsibilities. I got a job, going for a master's, you know, so this is really something that I do mainly to try to help out the community. I think some people get the misconception that I do this to try to make money. I haven't made any money from YouTube, being real with you all. My first year on YouTube, I monetized very few videos, so I have not even hit a pay threshold yet. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I really do this to help people out. That's what it should be about. That's why I say, you know, a lot of people that are kind of jumping on the bandwagon now, doing Funko News, I feel like some people are doing it just for views, but for me, it's really about community. It's about helping you all out, really trying to make you, you know, help you find deals and not waste money. So yeah, that's what it's about for me. But yeah, thank you all so much for the support. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, make sure that you share as well. Definitely appreciate that. And you all take care. Till next time.